Hi, I'm Joe. It's approximately 4:06 p.m. This is my kidnap video. I've been stuck in here for 23 days and I'm upset. Yesterday, me and Daysha were taking some tests, some COVID tests before we went to our family's houses. Mine came up positive for COVID twice, which stinks because, you know, I don't feel anything. I actually was sick like 2 weeks ago and I took a test and I was negative, and now I'm like getting over that cold and now I test positive. So, you know, it's kind of confusing, but I just went to the doctors to get like an actual, because those were just like take-home tests. So I went to the doctor to get a PCR test and I should get the result tomorrow. I feel fine. We live in a one-bedroom apartment that's pretty, you know, it's like a classic New York City apartment. Trying to do the best to social distance. I'm wearing a mask. And Daysha also took some tests. She was negative both times. And it's weird, we've been doing like the exact same stuff, but I guess that's how this works. Anyways, we'll update you tomorrow.
I just got back from the store. I walked all the way. Oh my gosh. I walked all the way to Trader Joe's just for the line to be all the way around the bottom of the store. So basically what happens is you come down the escalator when you first come in, and there's a whole bunch of milk and dairy, and then it's like milk and dairy, vegetables, then it's like meat, da, 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 and then the cashiers are over here. The line was all the way back here. So obviously what I could get at the store that was literally on the corner, but obviously it's pricier. Like I got all this, or whatever was just in this bag cost me $60, and I'm like, usually I go to Trader Joe's and I get my groceries for the whole week for what? I try to hit under 80. I think sometimes I'm in 65. It depends if I'm getting stuff that usually lasts longer. So it's dumb expensive for no reason. But I got everything that I needed, and then I went to the corner store and got some water, and I had to get the soups from there because they were out. But I went to Trader Joe's, so I was like, it's cheaper. I know I'm gonna spend less money, but the way that line was looking, I'm like, I'm gonna be in line for like 30 minutes, and to me, spending more during this moment was worth saving my time, although I wasted my own time by walking to Trader Joe's. But let me kind of show you what I got. Actually, probably really don't give a shit, but I'll do it anyway. Sometimes like the lighting in here is just like okay, so right now with the situation we're in, I'm the only one who's allowed to leave the apartment since I technically tested negative twice. And so we wanted to get some stuff obviously for tonight, or in case we're not feeling well, probably tomorrow. Joe will probably get his test results back tomorrow, and I'm supposed to get mine between 1 to 4 business days. So in the just in case we both actually test negative and we get our results back before Christmas and our parentals allow us to, then we would want to go back and spend Christmas with our family. But if one of us tests positive, then we probably both will end up staying because we don't want to infect our family members. So we might end up spending Christmas together, we might not, but at the end of the day, the number one thing is that we are safe and everyone else is safe. So thanks for listening to my TED Talk. Basically what I got at the grocery store, I'm just gonna keep this quick because like no one gives a fuck about a mini grocery haul. Got some water. I mean, like, no one gives a shit. I get these jugs of water. Joe hates that I get these jugs of water because, you know, the New York City water is like safe and da-da-da. But for me, it's still like, why would I not want to get something that I know is definitely clean? Like, he wants to take that risk, and then Mayor de Blasio is coming out and they're like, we just found out that the water's been fucking leaked. Anyway, got some lentil soup. Joe, the infected, is going to make us sausage and lentil soup, which you would think I wouldn't want that, but I guess he's gonna cook with double mask and keep his chin up, so we'll see. Pretzel, saltines for the ill boy, some oatmeal, some hot chocolate, sausage, mini ginger ale. I got yogurts, because yeah, I got those little mini ones, so then it's like at least they're just in the cabinets. We love these yogurt things, but I was honestly getting them so much, and obviously it's dairy, so at some point I was trying to pull that back. But I know Joe likes them, and you know, I got that and some chamomile tea. So that's literally it. Thanks for listening. We're gonna go about our night. Oh, mini rant. I feel like a lot of women and young girls grew up watching Sex in the City. I was not that person watching Sex in the City like that. I think I saw like the movies. I remember it was one of those things where I'm like sneaking watching it, like, oh, my mom's not home. Oh, it's on the TV. Oh my God, it has the word sex in it. So I kind of saw those, but I never watched the show. And obviously the show was like a big deal. Like a lot of people talk about how important it was and how much they loved it, although there was like no minority representation representation in the main cast, but whatever, I guess it was in the 90s, so that's a different conversation. But anyway, long story short, people loved it. I decided, because at some point I had like no shows to watch, I was like, oh shoot, let me watch it. So I made it watch like the first season, and I enjoyed it. It's not really, to me, it's not really a binge-worthy show, in my opinion. I love shows that keep you like, have some anticipation, or it's just like so comical that you just enjoying having it on, whether you're watching it or in the background. I felt like it was something that I could kind of zone out in the background. I don't know, I really enjoyed it, but I just didn't feel like, oh my god, I have to watch the next episode. So that's as far as I got. And obviously you have the And Just Like That reboot that just came out, and a lot of people, a lot of Sex in the City stans don't like it. Like, a lot of the response from it was like, what the fuck is this? They're trying to be really woke, like they're trying to put in on these topics, like what the hell is this? Obviously I was listening to it because, you know, whatever, but I've watched the first 3 episodes and I actually really enjoy it. And obviously it's probably easier to distinguish between the two because I didn't really watch the whole first, like the original one, right? Some people who were talking about this were like, oh my god, I've watched Sex and the City like 2 or 3 times, or I really loved it. That wasn't me, so I actually really liked this. And I feel the issue that people forget is that the show was in the 90s when these characters were like in their 20s, right? They're healthy, they're living their best lives, they're trying to figure out their love life, they're just going around having sex, figuring themselves out, loving themselves, right? And I think people are expecting it to be just like that again, like, oh my god, we get more episodes, but it's like these women are in their 50s and I think they're all supposed to be in their 50s now. They're in their 50s. Shit happens. There's different topics now. It's not about like, oh my god, sex with this guy was like this, or oh my god, I'm freaking out about this. Like, their careers are kind of established already. They have kids, you know, different health things come out. And I don't know, I kind of really enjoyed it. And I feel like anyone who kind of complained about the progression of shows and the world, I feel like they're also kind of a part of the problem. As uncomfortable as it might be, it's also the reality of like, these things need to be talked about because there's been a lot of people that have been misrepresented and not even represented in these shows, and topics haven't been talked about. Like, there's some theory now that Carrie might have dementia, and people are like, what the fuck are they doing? I'm like, they're showing the lives of 50 and 60-year-old women. Like, that starts to happen. That's a reality. Why would you want it to just be a show continuing talking about their like sex lives and love lives? Like, that's not the main focus of a lot of women, or not me say a lot of women in their 50s and 60s. I think it's good to have these conversations. Thanks for coming to my mini rant about Sex in the City. And just like that, I'm hanging up the camera.
That schoolyard slop.
Oh, it's hot as shit. And I just spilled on the couch. No, I'm not even fucking kidding. Like, it just wasn't steamy.
Guys, I gotta say, Daysha is the sloppiest eater I've ever. Let's go. Let's just take a trip. Look at this. Somebody come look at that. And yeah, it doesn't look the greatest. It doesn't look very appealing. But I'm telling you, this shit tastes amazing. It's sausage and lentil soup with hot Italian sausage. Shit is good as fuck.
Joseph cooked us dinner. The infected boy cooked us food. Also, no, it's not really. You really shouldn't talk about pimples while you're eating dinner. So I'll spare you both. We're about to watch The Matrix Resurrection because we have HBO Max. I haven't really watched The Matrix enough to even know what the fuck is going on. So I'm going into this like I'm just watching any other movie. You know what? I didn't realize I liked lentil soup until Joseph made me this meal.
One of my mom's class.
You know what I just thought about? This meal could probably just be made in the microwave.
Yeah, good luck fucking cooking raw sausage in the microwave.
All he needs to do is get some frozen sausages.
Okay, so y'all know the backstory. Safari has blocked pop-ups. Are you serious right now? I have to like figure out how to allow pop-ups?
What?
Oh god. Yo, your boy.
Looks like we quarantined, baby.
Yo, your boy's test results just like my fucking morality, just like my personality, boy. We positive. That's a good thing, right?
As the only, I guess I'll take this.
Damn, that's the first time I've actually tested positive for COVID.
Yeah, I mean, and they let you know, like, it's like, there's just no confusion.
It's like a coffee sentence letter. It's like...
Well, I'm still waiting my results. At least when Joe and I talked that if one of us were officially positive, sorry, I didn't realize it was kind of crazy.
Yeah, that was your decision. If you were sick, I'm getting the fuck out of here.
But isn't that bullshit? Because you can go back to Poughkeepsie right now.
The heats... I actually gotta call the landlord. Future Joe. You're about to call the fucking landlord
We have
because
fans
the
now,
heat,
Joe.
whatever, and the fans. My fucking heat is not working at my college house right now, and I just dropped off thousands of dollars worth of merchandise for Chamberlain brand in my house, and it's on the floor, and the heat's not working, and if the pipes burst, I'm going to legitimately go. So I'm about to call him right now.
Am I allowed to like put that in? Anyway, but Joe and I both said, or he says mostly I said, but that's him just wanting to go home and get some short ribs. That's like if one of us tested positive, then.
Hi, this is Joe. Good. How about you? I don't know if you.
I guess we'll check it.
Yeah, happy holiday.
Since Joe wanted to start talking while I was in the middle of talking.
Yeah, so I was trying to turn the heat up.
And of course he's a producer when he talks, so it's like.
Bruh.
Anyway, so what I was saying was that Joe and I kind of agreed that like if one of us officially tested positive, then we definitely are leaving and going home. So now it's like we officially are spending Christmas together. It was what, 10, I think now you can wait 10 days and you're no longer a spreader. So now I'm just waiting my results, so I know. But yeah, that's it. But good morning, happy Thursday, happy one day until Christmas Eve. Yeah, I mean, that's all I have to say right now. I feel like I have a lot of stuff that I want to say, and I noticed I am quite a talker, but we'll leave it at that. I have so many YouTube ideas. Okay, mini rant. I'm gonna say quick rant because I'm working at being more concise because I can really talk. I have so many, like I literally have a list of YouTube video ideas I want to do, and I have like a whole list of things I've written out. Because I'm not someone who has like hella followers, and most of the time when I do polls on my stories, like people obviously answer, but it's not like I'm getting an overwhelming amount of responses. I want to find some way. I don't know if I want to make like a Google Doc. That sounds corny. Like maybe find some way where it's like an anonymous poll system or comment system that I can always leave in my little description thing. Because I know sometimes when it comes to commenting, like I appreciate the people that do comment. Mwah, thank you. Not a lot of people like to comment, but that's with anything. Watch tons.
Oh, party in the bathroom, party in the bathroom, party in the bathroom.
So I want to find some way where I can just leave like something that can be anonymous and leave it under the thing.
A little Google Docs.
See, I was also thinking either way, some way that it's anonymous. Joe feeling like he did something, and you guys know I literally just said Google.
You could do Adobe sign.
Shut up. So now we're quarantined together. I don't know why Joe looked taller than me right now. I wish Joe was tall enough that we could do this. Like, you know, the couples that do that. I'm like, that's so cute. But I'm up here with his ass.
Alright, dog, get off your fucking tiptoes.
Also, I was saying I don't remember if I left it in the visual diary, but I went into anaphylactic shock and had to get hospitalized. I'll put that clip right here. 13 in the morning. Or maybe I won't. Anyway, so that's what happened, and it's not really clear what I'm actually allergic to. When I went to the allergist a couple years ago.
Go follow my OnlyFans.
When I went to the allergist a couple years ago.
I'm about to eat my oatmeal.
Joe, when I went to the allergist a couple years ago, I was allergic to almost like literally everything on the list. Stuff outside, like actual food stuff, but nothing like specific. But I am 40% allergic to wheat, but I've had wheat my whole life. And they never told me that I can't have it. I mean, every time I had to be hospitalized, it got to that point. But the first time he said maybe it was wheat induced. And then the second time they said maybe it was something in the air. I mean, all of these situations I'm having some form of wheat, but it's like I have wheat literally all the time, so it doesn't make sense why one of the times happens to turn into something. And again, no one told me I can't have wheat, but we're going to try to put me on kind of like a wheat-free, gluten-free, again, trying or just at least decreasing because I love wheat. But that's going to be the end of my rant because I could talk all day. And like I said, now that we know that we're not leaving, get ready to spend a quarantine with us. Now that we're stuck in here together and we were literally hanging out with each other and stuff before, it might seem like, why are we not wearing our mask? But I'm decided that I'm either gonna get it anyway because I'm literally spent like a week with Joe prior and shit. So
well, you're kind of in a bad place where it's like you can't go home because like your mom. The thing is, it's so crazy. It's like I didn't leave the apartment.
Also, I'm looking at Joe through the mirrors in case it looks like I'm just staring at the wall.
Looking in the mirror. It's kind of weird because like every time we left the apartment, at least every time I left the apartment, I was with you.
Yeah.
So it's like, you know, COVID works in weird ways. So like, you know, it's a global pandemic.
So we're just gonna do that. Obviously, we don't have like Christmas things. We'll get to that day when it comes. I'll probably like, since I'm technically the one who's negative right now and I haven't caught anything and I'm still waiting for my test, I'm the only one who's allowed to leave the apartment.
And every time you
but I'm
leave,
still keeping my distance.
Necessary and
only when it's necessary. Wearing 2 masks. Making sure I'm definitely distanced from everyone. So right now I really only left to go to the grocery store. Since now I know or stay, I'll probably have to go to the grocery store again. Either go today or tomorrow.
Plus our building has a rule where you're only allowed like 1 household per elevator.
So it's not like I'm getting in stuff with people. But I'll probably do all that stuff at once so that we can just both kind of be in here. Get like a mini Christmas tree and stuff.
Because we believe in COVID. COVID is real.
COVID is real.
Go get vaccinated.
Go get vaccinated. We probably will both just go home late and have late Christmases. So I'm just gonna have to move my booster appointment. Anyway, bye. I'm saying bye, but probably like see you soon.
I'm saying bye, but like we'll see you later.
Saying bye, and then I'll probably cut right away to say hello. Hello. It is the end of the work day, which means that I am officially on Christmas vacation. Just got some dinner. I went to Beatnik again. Got the guac burgers and the fries. Beet ketchup. I had to get mine with gluten-free bread. Like, I hate my life. I mean, that's all I basically had to say. Got the little fries. This is my gluten-free bag, guys. It's my gluten. And then Joe got the same thing. That was the only update I came to give because I'm just ready to eat, to be honest.
Oh, me and Joe.
I don't know if you girls see me in this lighting, but I got us Levain. Just kidding. Anyway, like I said, got Levain. Just kidding, say goodnight because we're gonna watch some TV.
Just did some dishes. Boys feeling good. We in high spirits. My hair looking crazy.
This will probably be the end of this vlog. Probably.
Just on a Matrix binge. It's like the Matrix is like shit and then good. Shit and then good. Shit and then good. But I'm trying to work my way up to the 4th one. You know, when I was younger, I watched the Matrix, but I don't really remember it. I think I watched the first.
I was trying to say goodnight and you're going to a Matrix reunion.
Good night.
Just kidding. Tomorrow's Christmas Eve. Ooh. It'll just be different for both of us. I don't think neither of us have ever spent Christmas like one apart from our families and together. This wasn't intentionally planned. It's also interesting because it's not like, oh my god, we have the decorations and have all this stuff. I'm gonna try to do my best.
Yeah.
Have a the 4th best cookies in the world.
4th. Just good night.
Bye.
Merry Christmas. I was joking because you
in the next
had me
video.
Like this. You had me like this. Like,
Because you were up, because your head was like that, so I was just like,
ow.
see you in the next video. Bye.